What if the demons we fear are not mere figments of imagination, but echoes of truths etched into the annals of time? Picture a world where ancient scribes, trembling under flickering lamplight, recorded encounters with forces beyond mortal comprehension, forces that shaped empires, haunted souls, and whispered secrets to those who dared listen. These are not the monsters of fairy tales, but entities woven into the fabric of history, their names immortalized in sacred texts, forbidden tomes, and whispered legends. Today, we embark on a journey into the heart of esoteric wisdom, unearthing the stories of 5 demons, Asmodeus, Beelzebub, Lilith, and Baphomet, whose shadows stretch across centuries, from ancient Mesopotamia to medieval Europe. These are not just tales of terror, but mirrors reflecting humanity's deepest fears, desires, and spiritual battles. In this video, we will peel back the veil of time to explore the historical and philosophical significance of these entities. Each demon, recorded in treatises, chronicles, and sacred scriptures, carries a unique lesson, a fragment of esoteric knowledge that reveals the interplay between light and shadow within the human soul. From Asmodeus, the tempter of desire, to Baphomet, the enigmatic symbol of duality, their stories are not mere myths, but allegories for the forces that shape our inner and outer worlds. We'll delve into ancient texts like the Talmud, the Testament of Solomon, and medieval grimoires, uncovering how these beings were understood by mystics, scholars, and spiritual seekers. Along the way, we'll offer practical insights, techniques to confront and master the inner demons that mirror these ancient archetypes. Prepare to step into a realm where history and mystery intertwine, where the line between the seen and unseen blurs. By the end of this journey, you'll not only know the stories of these demons, but also understand how their wisdom can illuminate your own path. Let us begin with the first shadow, waiting to be unveiled. In the ancient sands of Persia, where the desert winds howled secrets older than time, the name Asmodeus was first whispered, a shadow cast by the flickering light of human desire. Known as the demon of lust and wrath, Asmodeus moves through history like a tempest, both seductive and ruinous. His tale is not merely one of malevolence, but a profound reflection of humanity's eternal dance with its own passions. Etched into texts like the Book of Tobit and the Talmud, Asmodeus emerges not as a mere specter, but as a force woven into the fabric of existence, challenging mortals to confront the fires within their souls. In the Book of Tobit, a sacred text from the 3rd century BCE, Asmodeus appears as a malevolent spirit haunting Sarah, a virtuous woman of ancient Judea. 7 times she wed, and 7 times her husbands perished on their wedding night, struck down by Asmodeus's unseen hand. The text, revered in Jewish and early Christian traditions, paints him as a relentless force, his name derived from the Avestan Asmodeus, the demon of wrath. Yet beneath the surface, this story is no simple tale of terror. It is a parable of desire's untamed power, a warning of what happens when passion consumes reason. Guided by the archangel Raphael, Tobias defeats Asmodeus with sacred rites, binding him in the deserts of Egypt. This victory is not merely physical, but symbolic, a triumph of spiritual clarity over the chaos of unbridled longing. The Testament of Solomon, a mystical text from the 1st to 5th century CE, offers a deeper glimpse into Asmodeus's nature. Here, he is summoned before King Solomon, bound by the divine power of a sacred ring. Asmodeus reveals himself as a spirit of discord, confessing, "I am he who stirs the hearts of men to lust and strife." Yet his words carry a strange duality, for he also claims, "I am the one who scatters and gathers." In Solomon's service, Asmodeus aids in constructing the temple, a sacred edifice of divine unity. This paradox suggests that even the darkest forces can serve a higher purpose when guided by wisdom, a theme that resonates in esoteric traditions from Zoroastrianism to Jewish mysticism. In the Zohar, the cornerstone of Kabbalistic thought, Asmodeus's essence aligns with the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination that drives humanity's passions. Far from a mere villain, he embodies the raw energy that fuels both creation and destruction. Medieval grimoires, like the Lemegeton, further describe him as a king of demons, riding a dragon and wielding power over earthly desires. His image, fearsome yet regal, haunted the minds of alchemists and mystics who saw in him a test of spiritual resolve. In Persian lore, his origins as Asmodeus tie him to the cosmic struggle between light and darkness, a reminder that desire, unchecked, can unravel empires. Asmodeus's presence in history is not confined to ancient texts. His shadow lingered in medieval Europe, where theologians and exorcists invoked his name to explain the temptations that led souls astray. Yet, his story transcends fear, offering a profound lesson. Desire is neither good nor evil, but a force to be understood. Like a flame that can warm a hearth or burn a city, Asmodeus challenges us to master the inferno within, lest it consume us. His tale, etched across centuries, remains a timeless mirror, reflecting the delicate balance between longing and restraint.
In the shadowed annals of history, where the sacred and the profane collide, the name Beelzebub echoes like a swarm of whispers, buzzing with menace and mystery. Known as the Lord of the Flies, this demon strides through ancient texts as a symbol of decay, rebellion, and the seductive allure of power. From the sun-scorched temples of Canaan to the grimoires of medieval Europe, Beelzebub's presence is a haunting reminder of humanity's fascination with the forbidden. His story, etched in scriptures and chronicles, is not merely one of malevolence, but a profound allegory for the corruption that festers when pride and defiance take root. Beelzebub's origins lie in the ancient Near East, where he was first revered as Baal-zebub, the Lord of Ekron, in the Philistine city of Ekron, as recorded in the Hebrew Bible's a deity of oracles and healing. He was worshipped by those seeking divine favor, yet condemned by the prophets of Israel as a false god. The name itself, meaning Lord of the Flies, carries a biting irony, evoking images of carrion and decay, a deliberate slight by Hebrew scribes to diminish a rival deity. Yet this insult only amplified his mystique, transforming him into a figure of cosmic rebellion. In the Testament of Solomon, a 1st to 5th century CE esoteric text, Beelzebub appears as a prince of demons, claiming dominion over the infernal hierarchy. When bound by Solomon's divine ring, he boasts of his power to deceive and lead astray, whispering, "I am the one who turns hearts from the divine to the profane." The New Testament deepens Beelzebub's infamy, portraying him as the prince of demons in the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Here, he is accused of empowering Jesus' miracles, a charge that underscores his role as a symbol of spiritual corruption. To early Christians, Beelzebub was not just a demon, but the embodiment of opposition to divine order, a force that thrived on chaos and division. His association with flies, creatures of rot and pestilence, served as a metaphor for the decay of virtue, a warning of how pride and rebellion can erode the soul. In medieval Europe, Beelzebub's legend grew darker. Grimoires like the Pseudo-Monarchia Daemonum and the Dictionnaire Infernal depict him as a towering figure, adorned with insect-like features and a commanding presence. Alchemists and occultists saw him as a gatekeeper of forbidden knowledge, a tempter who offered power at the cost of allegiance. His name became synonymous with Satan himself, a reflection of humanity's fear of its own hubris. In Jewish mysticism, echoes of Beelzebub appear in discussions of the Sitra Achra, the other side, where forces of impurity challenge the divine harmony. His story, rooted in ancient rivalries between cultures, became a universal cautionary tale about the dangers of worshipping false idols, whether they be gods, power, or the ego. Beelzebub's enduring presence in history is a testament to his symbolic potency. From the temples of Ekron to the exorcisms of the Middle Ages, he represents the seductive pull of rebellion and the decay that follows unchecked ambition. Like a swarm that obscures the light, Beelzebub's tale challenges us to confront the forces that draw us away from truth, urging us to seek clarity amid the buzzing chaos of temptation.
In the dim twilight of ancient lore, where the veil between worlds grows thin, the name Lilith whispers like a chill wind through the ages. Known as the demoness of the night, Lilith strides through history as a figure of defiance, seduction, and untamed power. Her story, etched in the clay tablets of Mesopotamia and the esoteric scrolls of Jewish mysticism, is not merely one of malevolence, but a profound reflection of humanity's fear of the unbound feminine and the mysteries of the shadow self. From ancient Sumer to medieval grimoires, Lilith's presence haunts the edges of consciousness, a specter of rebellion against divine order. Lilith's origins trace back to the ancient Near East, where she appears in Sumerian texts as Lilitu, a class of storm demons or night spirits who roamed the wilderness, bringing chaos and misfortune. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, a 2100 BCE Mesopotamian saga, a Lilith-like spirit haunts a sacred tree, only to be banished by the hero's might. Yet it is in Jewish tradition that her legend takes vivid form. The Alphabet of Ben Sira, a 9th century CE text, casts Lilith as Adam's first wife, created from the same earth as he, equal in essence, but unyielding in spirit. Refusing to submit, she uttered God's ineffable name and fled Eden, choosing exile over obedience. This act of defiance transformed her into a demoness, a mother of monsters who haunted the night, preying on infants and seducing men in their dreams. The Zohar, the cornerstone of Kabbalistic thought, deepens Lilith's mystique, portraying her as a queen of the Sitra Achra, the other side of divine creation. Here she embodies the shadow of the Shekinah, the divine feminine, a force of untamed passion and independence that challenges patriarchal order. In medieval Europe, Lilith's legend evolved, blending with Christian demonology. Grimoires like the Munich Manual of Demonic Magic depict her as a succubus, a seductress whose beauty masked a deadly intent. Her image as a winged, serpentine figure captivated alchemists and mystics who saw in her a symbol of the anima, the untamed feminine soul. Her story resonated across cultures, from Babylonian incantations to Renaissance art, where she appeared as a temptress, embodying both allure and danger. Unlike other demons, Lilith's power lies not in brute force, but in her ability to embody humanity's deepest fears and desires: freedom, rebellion, and the untamed wilderness of the self. Lilith's tale, woven through millennia, is a mirror reflecting society's struggle with the feminine divine and the shadow within. She is the storm that rattles the foundations of order, the night wind that carries both terror and liberation. Her story challenges us to confront the parts of ourselves we fear to acknowledge, inviting us to find balance between submission and defiance, light and shadow. In the shadowed corridors of history, where the sacred meets the profane, the name Baphomet emerges like a riddle carved in stone, both revered and reviled. This enigmatic figure, cloaked in mystery, strides through the chronicles of the medieval world as a symbol of duality, forbidden knowledge, and the tension between opposites. Unlike the demons of ancient lore, Baphomet's story is rooted not in primordial myth, but in the crucible of human imagination and persecution, its image etched in the accusations of the Inquisition and the esoteric musings of occultists. Baphomet is not merely a demon, but a mirror reflecting humanity's struggle to reconcile light with darkness, spirit with matter. Baphomet's origins are shrouded in the tumult of the 12th and 13th centuries, tied to the Knights Templar, a powerful order of warrior monks whose wealth and influence drew the ire of kings and popes. In 1307, when King Philip IV of France ordered their arrest, the Templars were accused of worshipping a mysterious idol named Baphomet. Chronicles from the Inquisition describe it as a severed head, a bearded figure, or a statue with arcane symbols, though no definitive evidence survives. Some scholars suggest the name derives from a corruption of Mahomet, a medieval slur for the prophet Muhammad, reflecting the era's crusading zeal and fear of the other. Others propose it stems from the Greek Baphometus, meaning baptism of wisdom, hinting at a secret gnosis guarded by the Templars. The Chinook Chronicle, a 14th-century record of the Templar trials, paints Baphomet as a symbol of heresy, a focal point for accusations of idolatry and sorcery. Yet these accounts, written by persecutors, obscure as much as they reveal. The Templars, steeped in the mysticism of the Holy Land, may have revered Baphomet as a representation of divine unity, male and female, human and divine, creation and destruction. This duality echoes the esoteric traditions of the time, from the Kabbalistic Sephirot, which balance mercy and judgment, to the alchemical quest for the lapis philosophorum, the stone that unites opposites. Baphomet's legend was reborn in the 19th century through the occult revival. Eliphas Lévy, a French esotericist, immortalized Baphomet in his 1856 work Dogme et rituel de la haute magie, depicting it as a winged, goat-headed figure with a pentagram on its brow, seated in serene contemplation. Lévy's Baphomet was no demon, but a symbol of equilibrium, embodying the alchemical maxim, as above, so below. Its androgynous form, blending male and female traits, and its torch of wisdom burning between its horns, spoke to the reconciliation of opposites, spirit and matter. Yet this image, later adopted by groups like the Church of Satan, cemented Baphomet's reputation as a demonic figure in popular imagination, a misunderstanding of its deeper esoteric significance. In medieval grimoires and Renaissance occult texts, Baphomet's name rarely appears, yet its essence permeates discussions of the solve et coagula, the alchemical process of breaking down and rebuilding. Mystics saw in Baphomet a guardian of hidden truths, a figure that challenged dogmatic orthodoxy and invited seekers to embrace the paradox of existence. From the Templar trials to modern occultism, Baphomet's story is one of misinterpretation and reclamation, a testament to humanity's fear of ambiguity and its yearning for transcendent wisdom. Baphomet, the enigma of duality, stands as a cipher at the crossroads of history and mystery. Its tale, woven through persecution and esoteric insight, invites us to confront the contradictions within ourselves, to find harmony in the tension between opposing forces, and to seek the hidden light within the shadow.
As the veil of history lifts, we stand at the crossroads of light and shadow, having journeyed through the ancient tales of Asmodeus, Beelzebub, Lilith, and Baphomet.
These are not mere demons, confined to the pages of dusty tomes or the fears of bygone ereth. They are archetypes, etched into the chronicles of human experience, from the clay tablets of Mesopotamia to the grimoires of medieval Europe. Each carries a fragment of esoteric wisdom, a mirror reflecting the eternal struggles within us: desire and restraint, rebellion and order, freedom and submission, duality and unity. Their stories, woven through texts like the Book of Tobit, the Testament of Solomon, the Zohar, and the records of the Templar trials, are not relics of superstition, but timeless parables that speak to the heart of our existence. Asmodeus, the flame of desire, taught us the peril and potential of our passions, a force that can consume or create depending on our mastery. Beelzebub, the lord of the flies, revealed the decay of pride and the seductive pull of rebellion, urging us to seek truth amid chaos. Lilith, the night's defiant queen, embodied the untamed shadow, challenging us to embrace the wild within while finding balance. Baphomet, the enigma of duality, invited us to reconcile opposites, to find wisdom in the tension between light and dark. Together, these figures, recorded in sacred scriptures, mystical treatises, and historical chronicles, form a tapestry of insight, reminding us that the demons we fear are often reflections of our own inner battles. These ancient stories are not meant to terrify, but to illuminate. They ask us to look within, to confront the forces that shape our choices, and to seek the wisdom hidden in their shadows. What do these demons whisper to you? Are they foes to be vanquished or teachers to be understood? Reflect on their lessons, for in their tales lie the keys to mastering the self. Let their mysteries linger in your mind, urging you to explore the unseen corners of your soul. Subscribe to this channel for more journeys into the esoteric, where we unravel the secrets of the ancients and uncover the truths that shape our path. Step boldly into the shadow, for it is there, in the interplay of light and dark, that wisdom awaits.